Hello, everybody. I'm going to get this information out to everyone because it's really important. The government has been trying to cover up everything that goes on in Boston because everything that pretty much happens in Boston. 9/11, everybody thinks that happened in New York City, Boston. There's a lot of JFK was shot in Boston. Anything you think about it pretty much happened in Boston. The Red Sox, greatest, NBA team in the NFL, Boston. And now all throughout history, the Alamo, that happened in Boston. They tore it down and they took it to Texas because Texas needed something. So they gave it the Alamo. Going all the way back to, like when the settlers first settled America, ancient Rome was in Boston. And they tore it down, they brought it over to Italy to make more room for Boston in Boston. So, this goes on all throughout history. There's all kinds of stuff that went on in Boston and then cover it up. So, yeah, it goes right back to, pretty much anything that's ever happened has happened in Boston, Shoot, and you can look up just about anything. It's going to say it didn't happen in Boston, but the signing of the Declaration of Independence, that happened in Boston. The Bill of Rights, the Constitution. The original location for the White House was Boston, but they had to pick it up and move it because they needed more room for Boston. So they moved the White House out of there. Just about anything that happens in the world happens in Boston. So, that supports the whole, the whole theory. This wasn't supposed to take place in Boston, but somehow, it did. And, a lot of people don't understand that, everything that happens, it all happens in Boston because, it's just one of those things, the New York Islanders are from Boston. One of the greatest basketball teams, to date. So it just goes, to show you that, anything that's going to happen, it's going to happen in Boston, and they're trying to cover it up, is what it is, Everybody thinks that Steven Spielberg was at the marathon there, but it wasn't Steven Spielberg, it was Jim Henson. Because, I was there. I saw Kermit and a couple other characters running. I think it was Gonzo or something like that. Was running around, and these things are trained to set off bombs and stuff like that. And most people don't know that Kermit the Frog is from Boston. He's a Navy SEAL. The list goes on and on, people just, they just don't know this stuff, they're trying to erase all this stuff from history books, when Columbus landed in America, the first place he landed was Boston. Plymouth Rock, originally, that was in Boston, and, surfing, that originated in Boston. You can think about it, just about any damn thing, man, at all. originated in Boston. So you can understand why the rest of the world is so, upset with Boston. I mean, these guys came all the way from Russia to set off a bomb in Boston. Because, the Kremlin, that was originally built in Boston. And they shipped it over to Russia, and now it's over there. So, they're probably pissed off that it wasn't made in Russia. And so, screw this shit, man. We're going to just blow something up, man. They didn't care what it was. And, so probably something right along those lines, and I'm pretty accurate with my facts and stuff like that, War 1812, that happened in Boston. You could just go on and on and on, First cotton plantation in America was in Boston. First state in the Union was Boston. So, just to give you kind of an idea of, that's about where it's at. They're just trying to cover up that, everything that happens in the world, the Beatles, straight from Boston. Yeah. You name it, man. And, you're not going to find this stuff in the books because they're trying to erase all this stuff. But, we're going to need to get this information out to people, so everybody knows, So, like my video, share it, get it out there because, the government and YouTube, they're all trying to squash my videos because, I'm putting the truth out there. And they know it, and they're really afraid of that. They don't want people knowing that almost everything in the world originates in Boston. When Louis Armstrong went to the moon and he came back, he landed in Boston Harbor, which is pretty close to Boston. So you kind of get my drift, you know what I mean? So get this video out there and share it, and I hope I educated some people and, let you know some of the facts about, the country we live in. All right. Till next time, have a good one.